Good morning, everybody. I thought I would just let you see what we kind of do in the morning with our horses. So on the way into the barn, I always turn on the electric. And then we've got our gate here. We got a little bit more snow yesterday. Some of it drifted, and so it gets up to our knees at some points. We have a pin that we put on this gate, so I'll go in here and then I'll close this gate behind me because it's winter. And then I'll make sure I get this pin put back in right away. Albie's a little too smart for his own good, so he pulls all of our pins out. So we had to drill holes in and put secondary pins in so that he couldn't pull them out anymore. Check on the water on the way in. We've definitely got enough water for today. And as we open this, loop a chain through it. If it's really windy, I'll sometimes have to hook it or loop it a couple of times. Knock some snow off my feet as we come in. Turn the lights on, and we have these switches which can actually come out and we move them around if we need to. And then there's another set of switches here. Good morning. Everybody gets boops on the way in. Boop. Hello, and Albie. Boop. Good boys. Chomp Chomp doesn't like boops, but his light's dying. So he's there. And then Bay down here. Hi, Bay. And then this stall's a mess. This is where we keep our grain. And I dished it all up last night, so all I gotta do is grab it. We'll go back out here. And then Flash gets his grain first. So he gets 1.5 pounds morning and evening. Yeah. And then next is Albie. Albie gets 1 pound morning and evening. Good boy. And then the ponies, Chomp Chomp, gets 2 ounces. And then last but not least, Bay gets 1/2 pound. And then we'll take the containers back and put those away. Close the container back up. So Flash and Albie get all life stages, Neutrina Safe Choice, and then the ponies get Neutrina Tribute, I think is what it is. We've been trying a couple of different ones for them. Just kind of whatever's cheapest, but still good quality feed. We currently have no kitties out here, but... Oh, well, there's Astro. Hello, Astro. He comes outside during the day when he feels like it, so he's gonna go check down there. Probably looking for some dry food and whatnot. But it's all in the house now, since he doesn't live out here full time anymore. He'll usually come out here with us when we come out, and here is all of the hay. So I usually do 2 slips per horses. Excuse me. Right now it's so cold that we've been doing just a bale outside, and we're actually putting all 4 of them out in this corral space together for the 2nd time today, and they do well with that. So let me try to get this propped up somewhere for you while I get hay out. Maybe just down here somewhere. Hopefully you can see okay. Okay. So, spread all the hay out. This bale happened to break into like half slips almost, so I was able to spread those out all nice and good. And then it's just kind of a waiting game until Flash is done eating, because he takes roughly 15 minutes to eat. So we'll be back then. So while I'm waiting, sometimes I'll do some rasping on Chomp Chomp's feet. So I'm gonna grab a few treats out of here and the rasp and go hang out with Chomp Chomp for a few minutes. All right, it's been about another 10 minutes. You can see their heads are out, so they're ready to go. So we let Flash out first. He's our old man peacekeeper. Latch on the back of the stall. Back to this side and open the door. Make sure he pulls his head out. We don't just slam it into him. And I'll follow him out. He'll sometimes roll before everybody comes out. Albie gets mad. He's gonna check out a whole bunch of piles. And then I'll make sure that I close this door. Everybody will go past it, but it's always just better to close it up. And then we're gonna let out Bay and Chomp Chomp way down there. Yes, I did rasp Chomp Chomp's feet in his stall with his light flickering. Got Bay. And I always have to make sure her head is at least out of her door before I let Chomp Chomp out. So then they'll follow me out, and I'll walk them boop, down to the tack area, or even Flash's stall here, and they know to pass. Easy. Floor gets a little slick with all the ice they bring in. And then I'm gonna let these three kind of settle a little before I let Albie the chaos out. Time for Albie. Now he is going to run out. He'll trot out quite quickly. So what I do for him, I'm gonna open this side, hold the door, and back into the stall, or miss the stall. And out he goes. Told you he's fast. Just because everybody else is already out. And then he's gonna pick some fights with these two while they all get settled back in again. Flash is gonna move them around. So this is about how they spent most of the day yesterday, with these two on one side of Flash, Flash in the middle, and Albie on the other side. And then they're all peaceful again. Zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see more horses. And that's really just our morning routine. I'll head back in the barn, turn the lights off, close this door, go out the back door, and then we'll come back out in the evening. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!